Welcome to Musical Talent in Review. I'm your host, Susan Gail Koumpouras.
Hi, I'm your co-host, Jim Wells.
We're coming to you from the LTC, the Lowell Telecommunications Corporation. It's a community media and technology center serving the diverse population of Lowell, Massachusetts. Come down here, learn how to operate all the equipment, produce your own show, and go on the air like us.
Yeah, you don't even have to go to college. Join the LTC and do everything here.
Exactly. They have wonderful classes that you can take for a minimal fee. Learn all the equipment, and everyone down here is fantastic. They'll help you learn, and it's a great place to come down to.
See, I'm not going to go for my PhD because I don't want to be in debt for the next 300 years.
I know, really. It's unbelievable how expensive it is now for education.
It's sad.
I mean,
It's twisted.
I went years ago. Now, granted, it was a long time ago, but my whole education, 4 years undergrad, cost like $10,000. That's it.
Yeah.
And I've had a great career out there in the work world and everything else, so I didn't have these massive student loans for the rest of my existence.
It's true. Things were a lot less when you went to college. 1850.
It wasn't 1850. It was 1855. Let's be precise now. I'm not that old. You added 5 years to me. You're evil.
Yeah, being over 40 is fun. Not.
Oh, yes, totally not. Well.
So what's the show about today?
Today we're going to have the show's what it's always about. We feature musicians.
Oh.
People that I connect to on MySpace or Facebook, listen to their music, find that it's interesting or that certain songs that I really love about them, see if they're interested in me producing a video.
Yeah.
And what's nice is a lot of them will give me free music, free downloads, and then I'll just put together a music video for them. A lot of times I'll feature pictures that they have about their band. And if they don't have a lot of photographs, then I improvise and find pictures online that I think best suit the music, and then I'll create a video for that.
Yeah, you do a good job. It's cool.
Yeah, thank you. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I enjoy promoting music out there because music is wonderful. And what's great about the internet is you can learn and have so much fun out there, produce your own music and get out there, and you don't really need a record label. That's what's so cool about it.
Yeah, our whole show is on YouTube.
Yes, it is. At the end, you'll see a link page that will give you information on connecting to us on YouTube, and you can see all previous shows and musicians that were featured.
I totally watch all the old reruns of Saturday Night Live on YouTube. It's so funny.
It is. It's great. Okay, we're going to move on to the first artist of the day. It's Elijah Wolfenhart. He lives in the northwest of the United Kingdom. Music categories are acoustic, alternative, and folk. The video features his song, Walking Shadow.
Cool. A lot like Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes, very much so. And if you notice the photography in this particular video, there was, at the beginning of the video, it told you it was information. The video features James Clayton Saddle, his landscape photography, and it gave you the website where you can see his photography. He bills himself as an amateur, but I adore his photography and just needed to start feature some of his stuff in the videos because I just love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Good match for scenery. And I was going to talk about local folklore of Lowell today, of how there's a lot of stories.
Well, wait a minute. You didn't even say, how'd you like the song?
Yeah, well, I told you, very reminiscent of Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, I loved his voice. I love it because it's like very, it's mellow. It has a nice ring to it, very relaxed. Most of his music is like that, and I really enjoyed it.
I used to listen to Simon and Garfunkel when I was in the 8th grade and play the album over and over and over again.
I remember. I'd always be hearing you play the music.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like sad and lonely music.
Yeah, but it also kind of like made you think, you know? You kind of like would go inside yourself and ponder and think about different things in life. It just, it was good music.
I like that time. I've been going on Facebook and like reminiscing with people I grew up with. We're talking lately about Mount 62, which is the reservoir hill up on Christian Hill, and we used to climb the 62 steps of Mount 62 and play Spin the Bottle up at the top of the hill.
I think everybody played Spin the Bottle up there.
Yeah, it's so cute. The neighborhoods back then were nice because all the local we all went to the local schools, but we walked. So everyone in the neighborhood were your friends.
Oh, yeah. And we grew up in a great neighborhood. There were so many people around. I mean, it was amazing. There were tons and tons of friends.
Oh, yeah. Hundreds and hundreds of kids in the neighborhood, like every day and every night.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It was just such a big residential area with lots and lots of families when we were growing up. I had so many groups of friends. You know, if one friend was busy, you had like a list of about 20 other friends to call. It was wonderful.
Then you all went to school with them because no one took a bus to school. I mean, maybe some kids did, but you basically went into your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, everyone was the neighborhood kids. I didn't remember seeing school buses when I was a kid. You went to the school that was local to you.
Oh, yeah. And for all the girls I played spin the bottle with up at Mount 62, oh, you're so lucky.
Oh, you're too funny. You're way too funny.
Yeah, we used to play another game called Catch and Kiss, too.
Oh, I remember Catch and Kiss. I remember. I was playing Catch and Kiss when I was like in kindergarten. There was one boy that I used to really like. His name was Randy. And I had such a crush on him in kindergarten. I used to play Catch and Kiss during recess.
Yeah, but he had a crush on Mom.
I know. Can you believe it? The first boy I ever had a crush on, 5 years old, and he was in love with my mother.
That's so adorable.
He'd always be like, "Hi, Mrs. Koumpouras." And it's like, "Oh, doesn't he like me?" Of course, my mom convinced me. This was great. She convinced me that he was trying to get to me through her. And as a 5-year-old, of course, I believed her.
Oh, boy, you bought that?
Yeah, I bought it.
Yeah.
Years later, though, him and I became really good friends in school.
Oh, that's cute.
You know, yeah. But he was my kindergarten crush. He was so cute. You always remember your first crush, no matter how young you were.
Yeah, I remember one of my first kisses was at Benson's Animal Farm. Some of you will remember, and it was behind a windmill that was sort of like just a little thing that stood in the middle of the park somewhere.
I used to love going to Benson's. That was a yearly thing, going to Benson's Animal Farm.
I remember the girl, but I can't say her name.
Yeah, well, you don't need. You can say her first name, but don't say her last name.
No, I can't. Everyone will know.
All right, then don't say her name. But I used to love Benson's Animal Farm. I mean, now you got a lot of other places to go, but when I was a kid, I just loved. Every year we'd go there and have so much fun. And I remember when they were closing, I was so upset. I had to go like 3 times that summer before they closed.
Yeah, I think that's more pensive and passive a thing to do, like going hiking or something. The whole roller coaster thing and theme parks,
Well, what was great about Benson's is like all the rides were very basic. You know, you could go there and ride a camel, ride an elephant, see the parade with all the animals, see the animal show. So, I mean, it was really enjoyable, but it wasn't like all these super duper roller coasters and stuff that you have today.
Yeah, and although I do remember Canopy Lake Park, they had a ride called the Caterpillar, which had a thing that came over the top, and you were in darkness.
I remember we were kids.
Yeah.
Mom let us go on it. Now I was young at the time, and she's like, "Jimmy, stay close to her. Sit close to her in the seat." And I remember when the caterpillar thing came over our heads, you're like, "Susan, move as far away as you can from me." So we're sitting at both ends of the seat. So when the caterpillar thing opened up, Ma saw that we weren't sitting exactly next to each other.
I remember going on that ride with a girlfriend of mine, and the whole idea, of course, was once the canopy came over, you would kiss, but you're going at like 40 miles an hour.
It doesn't exactly work.
I can't believe I didn't lose a tooth or something. It's twisted.
You did? You used to try and kiss in there?
Well, yeah. I mean,
talk about silly.
All you need is a dark place.
Oh, that's true. That's true. When you're kids, that's all you need is a place that you can go and kiss.
Yeah.
You know, that was first base back then. First base was, you can kiss them.
Anyway.
Who's
the next artist?
How did we get onto like reminiscing as we were kids? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so interesting. Well, we'll move on to the next artist, which happens to be me, Susan Gail Koumpouras. I live in Lowell, Massachusetts. Please ignore my co-host. I perform as a ceremony soloist for special occasions, but you know, now I'm starting to get into other types of music because I enjoy all types of songs and everything. And the video features a song, "Heaven is a Place on Earth." It was done by Belinda Carlisle.
Love Belinda Carlisle.
I know. So
the Go-Go's.
Time for me.
I keep seeing them splashing around in a stream or something.
Okay, here she goes.